Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So yeah, last time I did find out about the homunculi and basically how they're just magic circuits in a human's body. And that, yeah, they're really kind of, I mean, I guess you could say useless other than that fact, even though some of them do show some type of emotion. So yeah, they can be used for other things. Like, yeah, well, no, they do use them for fighting and all that, but yeah, they really just use them just like that. Um, Something that can just be disposable, just thrown away, and yeah, never to be used again. But yeah, right now, or at least yeah, right now, I'm going to be looking at the curses. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen a little bit of what the curses can do or what they are. But yeah, today, yeah, we really are going to see what they're really all about. But yeah, I'm just gonna start it up here so you guys will enjoy this. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, just get this reaction started.
Took what they gave me, did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go leave. Got M's in the bank, like yes, indeed. Cartier glasses, I won't even peek at you. Yellow Ferrari, like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my moves. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes.
In our previous lesson, I spoke of homunculi and the ethical dilemma that surrounds their use. Continuing in that vein, I wish to cover an undeniably less ethical type of spell. That is, I wish to speak of curses.
Yeah,
In
here we
essence,
go.
curses refer to all manner of dark magecraft that taint, corrode,
Yeah.
or otherwise plague targets with malicious effects.
Yeah, like we know what
They
curses
are
are,
often
but
utilized to punish or restrict victims with dangerous or painful
yeah,
consequences.
like what are the other types of
Ironically,
curses that you
despite
can
the
do?
cruel nature of the average
yeah,
mage,
what are they
the Mages
really?
Association doesn't officially teach such spells, instead leaving much of their practice to the Middle East, as well as one of the more insidious applications of witchcraft. From a practical standpoint, consider curses to be the inverse of blessings. While one bolsters the strength of a target, enhancing or healing them, the other is meant to weaken them. To that end, a great many spells and styles of magecraft count as curses, and I feel it is best to teach through example, starting with perhaps the most horrific of them all. Angra Mainyu, a poor wretch from the
Angra
Zoroastrian
Mainyu?
tribe, was declared by his peers to be the source of all evil, made a scapegoat to
I
take
don't even know
on
what
the
I'm
sins
looking
of
at. I
humanity.
mean, I see some,
As part of his
what,
torture,
some robes
the
or
villagers carved
something?
upon him all manner of cursed
But
words,
I don't even know.
resulting in a curse that truly forced him to represent such evils. Thanks to the collective scheming of the Ainsburns, Angra Mainyu was
Okay.
summoned as a heroic spirit to fight during the Third Holy
Yeah, all
Grail
that
War in
blue.
Fuyuki, and his defeat caused the Grail itself to become a cursed vessel that wickedly distorts wishes and spews toxic mud. This black ooze corrupts servants, shifting their alignment toward malice, and places all manner of unknown curses on mortals who come into contact with it. One tragic victim of this mud was Kiritsugu Emiya. At the end of the Fourth Grail War, he earned the opportunity to commune with the Grail, and upon seeing its true nature, he rejected it. As consequence, he was cursed by Angra Mainyu, slowly eaten away by regret until meeting an early
And
death.
there it goes.
In contrast, there are those who thrive
And I
upon
don't even
curses,
think I knew
accepting
about
their
that
wickedness as a
either.
form of power.
Because they
Kiriko
never
Komine,
really
also soaked in
explained
the
it,
Grail's
so
mud, allowed it to grant his wish for destruction.
yeah, he
unleashing
got
a
his wish, so
devastating
it's
fire
not
throughout
like
the
it
city.
affected him.
The aftermath of that war had Zokin Mato implant fragments of the Lesser
Wow,
Grail
yeah,
into
that's how
Sakura,
he died.
forcing her to endure Angra
I
Mainyu's
never
corruption during
really
the
thought
Fifth
about
War.
it because he just
Combined with her
ended
hollow
up getting
element,
weaker, I
Sakura
guess,
began
and
to
just
manifest a cursed shadow called
died,
the
but
Cursed
never
Boundary
knew
Layer,
what
which
the
would haunt
reason.
Fuyuki at night by teleporting around and consuming various citizens and servants alike. While not quite the same, it is similar to a reality marble, a world turned inside out by hatred. The Moon Cell's own Sakura variant, BB, can implement an equivalent phenomena called the Cursed Cutting Crater. By utilizing Potnia Theron, the authority of various Earth goddesses, she can purge the entire world, eroding it into imaginary space. As far as servants go, Angra Mainyu is not the only heroic spirit to embody the idea of a curse. False Rider, also known as Pale Rider, was described in legend as a curse of death, and as such, manifests in a form fitting of the title. Typically, however, curses fall under the practice of witchcraft, where black mages conjure spells considered too nefarious for general practice. Alice Kuonji is one such mage who specializes in spells themed after fairy tales. Her various mystic codes have the capacity to curse victims, such as Tweedledee and Tweedledum, autonomous familiars whose
Tweedledee and
jaws are scissor-like.
Tweedledum.
They invoke a conceptual curse that can restrain targets, such as the puppets used by Toko Aozaki. Another of these devices is Scratch Dumpty, a time bomb in the shape of an egg. On its surface, a poem is inscribed
Let's say
over time.
Queen
and
Alice
once complete, it curses
Moongrass.
victims such that they cannot escape its
Okay.
explosive might. The inexperienced mage Ayaka Sajo also practices an old form of witchcraft involving plant manipulation and black feathers. While Ayaka's attacks are direct, there are more stealthy means of inflicting curses. An expert in this happens to be the caster servant Paracelsus von Hohenheim. He specializes in curses and can inscribe them onto magi unnoticed. Using this talent, he betrayed his master of the Rei Rokan family and placed upon their daughter Misaya a curse that would kill her if she tried to abandon the Grail War. While she indeed participated, the curse ultimately took her life, transforming her corpse into a deranged zombie
Wait, so it's
called the
still-
Fallen.
Okay, still activated
Curses
even though
often
she
share
still
roots with Asian
participated.
disciplines as well. In
Or went
Japan,
along
the
with
legend
the-
of Tamamo
or, yeah,
no
went
Mae
along with it.
describes her untimely death and transformation into the Seshoseki, or killing stone. Those who approach the stone are said to suffer from accursed poison, threatening passers-by until the monk Gendo Shinsho stepped in to disperse the stone into 3 fragments. As a heroic spirit, Tamamo makes use of curses in addition to her martial arts. One such curse is called Thunderclap, which she uses to restrain Elizabeth Bathory. With a more Western bias, there is Mephistopheles, another servant practitioner of witchcraft. His demonic alignment allows him to implement spells that reflect his damage back on enemies and impose nightmares via incubi. This is a trend, actually. Deviant users of curses benefit from them most as though they were boons. For instance, dead apostles and true ancestors benefit from their curse of restoration, which functions as a limited form of immortality. Its curse is a matter of perspective. For some, eternal life is cause for celebration. For others, it is eternal suffering. Most assassins possess a skill for presence concealment, allowing them to sneak up on their enemies. King Hassan, however, carries a curse which causes his targets to sense their impending doom as he approaches them. That said, it doesn't seem
Oh,
to impede on his
imagine
success.
that.
In some ways, curses can be thought of as righteous. Hanam, or Hassan of the Cursed Arm, invokes a curse that wards off harsh desert winds. By cursing the wind djinn, he and other practitioners can protect themselves over long journeys. Of course, this is in direct contrast to his arm, which happens to be the arm of Shaitan that curses humans to their death. In Hassan's case, the arm is able to duplicate and crush the hearts of his victims.
Okay.
Indeed, curses can be
Well, have I?
beneficial for the mages who implement
Yeah,
them.
'cause I remember
but for
seeing
every
them.
curse used, there is
I don't
someone
think
who
I've
suffers
seen
from its
yeah
effects.
that arm
The
before.
mage Kairi Shishigo, for instance, is the victim of a curse that occasionally activates within his family. It prevents him from producing children, serving as a death sentence not for him, but his lineage.
Oh yeah, he did.
More dramatic is the curse that
Say that
Raleig's
before,
wife
yeah.
placed upon the hero Rama, preventing him from reuniting with his beloved Sita for the remainder of his life. Even after he is able to rescue her, Rama would continue to pass by his love, only being able to embrace each other upon ascending to the heavens. Sadly, as a heroic spirit, this curse still lingers. The Adelfelt family are specialists with a simple Scandinavian curse known as Gundo. While it has no associated letter, Gundo is still classified as a form of rune magecraft, but functions in the form of mana shots fired from one's finger that, upon impact, ail
ever
the
seen
health
that
of their
before?
victims. As heir to their respective families, both Reen Tosaka and Luvia Adelfelt are adept in firing Gundo shots, and necromancers like Kairi can invoke the curse through severed fingers.
Yeah,
The mage
whatever he
Eris
be
Utsumi
doing.
of Mosaic City can use a more powerful
Yeah, that,
variant of
hearts
Gundo, known as
and
Freischütz,
any type
based
of
upon
body
the German
part,
legend of Der
you know.
Freischütz, told through literature
Yeah,
and
so you
opera.
some like what monkey
More
or
specifically,
apes
she fires
body
off 7
part
bullets,
like.
the first starting as a standard Gundo, with each successive shot being stronger than the last. The final bullet,
She
however,
said she
is
wants
cursed
that
to take both her life
around her
along with the
neck like
target's,
that,
so she
okay.
avoids this fate by reloading prior to unleashing
I mean, I don't
the
think it's
7th
on
shot.
tight like that, but still those tiny little
Despite all
ropes
of these
around it.
applications for curse spells, perhaps it was a wise decision for the Mages Association to stay clear of them. Perhaps we as a species would be better off without curses altogether. The reason I say this is that curses played a part in what nearly ended our world. When the demon god Hivemind Getia took over Solomon's body, he tried to enact the true Grand Order, a process of incinerating human history as fuel to travel back to the origin of mankind and reshape the very nature of humanity. To pull this off, Getia needed various pillars throughout history, and utilized a curse within the magic crests of select mage families to turn key mages into demon gods. Thus, certain mages such as Makiri Zolgin and Lev Liner were cursed by their bloodline into becoming detonation points for Getia's incineration of humanity. That said, speculating on the absence of curses is quite fruitless. They are here for better or worse, inevitably being a detriment to someone. In the case of the Celtic warrior, Diarmuid Dubna, there were both pros and cons.
Oh.
Diarmuid was cursed with a beauty spot upon his face that
Yep.
inevitably charmed all women who looked upon it.
And
While
then
this
his
may seem like a
spears,
blessing, Diarmuid himself
or
was
yeah,
a
his
loyal knight in
spears
service to his captain,
basically
Finn McCool.
reflect
He would
off of
never
that.
actively betray his lord, and yet his love spot forced him to do just that. In the days leading up to Finn's marriage to Lady Granier, Diarmuid's love spot captivated the fair maiden into disloyalty. The resulting affair permanently stained Diarmuid's loyalty, with Finn bearing enough resentment to allow him to die to wounds inflicted by a demon boar. At the same time, Diarmuid wielded a cursed spear called the Gay Buida, the Yellow Rose of Mortality, which inflicted wounds that could not be healed. In Fuyuki's Fourth Holy Grail War, it was used to deprive the King of Knights use of one of her arms, and no form of Magecraft could repair the damage until after the spear was destroyed. Similarly, another Celtic hero, Cuchulainn, wielded the Gay Bolg, a lance forged from the bones of a creature known as the Kurid. Just like the Buida, the Gay Bolg also inflicts wounds that cannot be healed, though invoking its true name means inevitably piercing the target's heart for an instant death regardless. Legends from this part of the world also include a specific kind of curse known as a gesh, which is more akin to a cursed contract of sorts between two parties. They are important enough that I've deemed them worth their own unique lesson. Thus, in summation, curses are a wicked variant of Magecraft that the Association avoids
Yeah, pretty much
teaching.
what they are.
Despite this, all manner of curses can be
Or
found
what we
throughout the
know
world,
them
each
for.
functioning by condemning one party at the expense of another. Opposite to blessings or boons, curses bring misfortune through suffering or restriction. They are most effective when used by mages wicked enough to embrace their effects sincerely. Yet, at the same time, not even the darkest of mages are immune to their reach. This lesson shall continue, resuming the topic so that we may further delve into gesh and their conditional nature.
Okay, and that's about it. So yeah, basically, yeah, just to see as well, like, yeah, are any of the curses actually good for someone? Like how he said, like, yeah, not all the curses are like bad, you know, and will inflict some type of pain or whatever, just suffering for someone. Like, no, it actually will sort of help someone out in some ways. So yeah, you at least have that. But not the Gay Bolg, yeah, it did the same thing. I didn't know, because yeah, first of all, yeah, the original Fate Stay Night, yeah, Lancer really wasn't shown for much there, or for long there, but, you know, Unlimited Blade Works, he was at least shown a little bit longer, and I was actually able to see him actually really fight, you know, but, yeah, I didn't see any, like, injuries that he gave Archer or anybody else, to where it's like, yeah, they really couldn't heal it off. Either that, or I probably just didn't notice. But yeah, definitely this Lancer here, yeah, I already knew about that. Because yeah, Saber really wasn't able to use that. Which one was it? The left thumb? For like that whole time until like the end of the season or so. When he released a curse, and then she did Excalibur in the season 2 of Fate Zero. I think that's what they started off with. It was something, either the end of it, end of season 1, or start of season 2. But yeah, I got to know a little bit more about these curses. Yeah, haven't I seen this assassin before? Or am I? No, I haven't. Cause let's see. No, I haven't seen this one yet. It just looks the same as the other one I saw before in Fate Zero. Yeah, what Kide had. Yeah, the female assassin. That's what I was thinking it was. But no, I haven't seen them yet. Well, at least maybe from like the openings or something. But yeah, not exactly what they can do. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for these curses. Yeah, so Kiritsugu, yeah, that's how he died because, yeah, I don't think they really explained it. Like, yeah, I knew the Grail. Like, yeah, it literally takes everyone's wishes and turns them in like curses. You know, fuel for the Grail to get even bigger and stronger, so that it could just keep on, you know, letting out or turning those wishes into curses and really, yeah, just messing up the world even more. Yeah, we could actually like almost fully see that in Limited Blade Works, to where it really did grow more and more, to where, yeah, they're yeah, you really just would have had to just completely destroy it, to where, yeah, it wouldn't be able to cause any more harm. But nah, Kiritsugu, yeah, he, well, at least came into contact with it. So yeah, if you just come into contact with it, then yeah, that's pretty much about it. Because I know like 5 years later or so, or yeah, 5 years later, that's when he, I guess, sort of gotten weaker, and then after that, he just eventually died. So yeah, that was unfortunate for him, but I guess that's just how it's supposed to be. Because, yeah, him, Saber, Gilgamesh, and Kide were the closest, you know. But since Kide's wish was the one that was granted, of course, nothing's going to happen to him. Or Gilgamesh at that, because he came into contact as well. So, yeah, he got that physical body and technically that second life. But, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So, you just got to learn about curses. I don't know what's next. Yeah, I have to see that, but yeah, I'll try and do it like, yeah, next Saturday, Sunday, whenever I upload it. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this. Don't make sure you like, subscribe again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.